If I turned into a frog, what would you do? What does that
well,
look for,
first
Isla?
I would try to kiss you to make you come back to a human.
So if I turn into a frog, you're gonna try to kiss me.
Yes, because I want you to turn back into a human.
Do you think I'm a prince?
I don't know.
You're the
You
king
never
of the
know.
castle.
Yeah, okay. All right, Avery's gonna kiss me if I turn into a frog. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna boot you out the window.
You're gonna boot me out the window.
Joking. I'm gonna give you a worm,
Just gonna give me a worm?
and you're gonna eat it.
You like frogs? You
And
probably...
you're gonna shove, and you're going to eat it all.
Okay, just like you're going to eat what we have for dinner next.
Stay out of my fridge. It's time to raid. We're bringing the last. No need to be afraid.
You're never gonna believe this. They're busy again. My schedule, their schedule, our schedules, they're not aligning. We are not an eclipse, and everything lines up, and it's pretty cool. But I figured you don't want to just hear me blab on for the next 30 to 40 minutes, so I said, hey, kids, you want to join me? And what did you guys say?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Delayed, yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, joining me again this week is Isla and Avery. We have a good one lined up, don't we? Yeah. You don't even really know what's going to happen, but we've been busy, haven't we, girls? It's been a lot of softball at the time of the recording. It's softball playoffs for the team that I coach and Avery plays on. And Sissy and Avery were in a big Can-Am basketball tournament with almost 50 teams. What'd you think of that, bud?
It was cool. It was really lots of people there and really hot there.
Really hot in that gym because we were at SUNY Potsdam, Maxey Hall. The field house is under renovation, and there was a lot of heat in said gym. But they're doing some renovations, which is pretty cool. They got a new scoreboard that had a pretty intense horn, didn't it?
Yes, it sounded like an elephant.
Like an elephant?
Yeah.
How do you think an elephant sounds, Isla? That's an elephant? That sounds like a door that needs WD-40.
No, I can't do it because of my sore throat.
Oh, yes. So if you do hear Isla coughing, we do apologize in advance. It's allergy season. The pollen is unreal. There's so much pollen in the air that I actually walked out to my truck after work today, and it was covered in pollen, and these kids suffer from the allergies. You know why I think you guys suffer from the allergies?
Why?
Because you grew up in the dishwasher era. I think, just me personally, that they clean the dishes too clean. And you guys aren't building up bacteria. You're not drinking from enough garden hoses.
That's a good thing.
Is it?
Yes.
I grew up drinking out of a garden hose, and there isn't anything wrong with me. Right?
What was that moment?
I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
What?
Ding, 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 wrong with me.
At the time of the recording, too, we just had a nice little storm, and Avery called super excited. What did you see, dude?
So there's a rainbow outside, and I looked out my window, and the end of the rainbow is in my backyard.
Did you run out and try to get into it and look for the pot of gold?
No, it was raining at the time.
You could have had a pot of gold, and this podcast could have been super rich, and we could have showed the footage of you running into a rainbow, but you were worried about a little bit of rain, even though the other day you played in a softball game that was 48 degrees with 15-mile-an-hour wind and rain coming so hard the field was wet.
You don't understand. I saw the end of it. There was no gold, or I would have ran out.
But maybe that's the trick. That's a mirage to not see the gold, and it was on the other side, and you had to run out and get it. Now we'll never know, Isla.
Yeah.
You could have been so famous on TikTok.
I wonder if there's gold on each side, or is it just one side?
We'll never know, because Avery didn't want to get her hair wet.
Because it's too luscious
No.
locks.
My mom. Okay, guys. My mom said that the end of the rainbow is in my backyard, like every month. So I'll run out there next time.
You have the luckiest backyard of all.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Imagine if it came out on St. Patrick's Day. Ooh, or Friday the
If
13th.
it rains and it's sunny.
At our school, we have
Well,
our field day on Friday the 13th.
Ooh.
And my teacher's like, I'm not so stoked about that.
Yikes.
we have our field day tomorrow, but we call it Bulldog Day.
Bulldog Day. Interesting. Before we talk about field days and bulldog days and stuff like that, I do want to circle back to a pretty wild moment in one particular basketball game. Fortunately, there was a girl that broke her nose, and there was a lot of blood coming
She
from.
broke it?
Oh yeah, yeah. There was quite a bit.
She played against us the next time we played Messina.
Did she?
Yes.
She broke her nose though?
She didn't play. You sure? Because it was the varsity game. And then the second day was the JV.
All
game.
the varsity girls that played, except 2, played again against us in JV.
That is crazy. I didn't see. And she wasn't wearing a mask or anything?
Nope.
And she didn't have any black eyes?
No, but I was guarding her, and she goes, I hope one of your teammates don't knock me down again.
Wow.
Oh,
And I just laughed. I giggled.
Well, I mean, in your defense, one, it wasn't you. 2, she led with the contact. We didn't really knock her down.
Yeah,
She
I
kind of knocked herself down. But either way, that was bad. And I'm glad she was good enough to play the next day, even though I probably would have checked for a concussion. But Isla, what was flying around the gym?
Yes, she was.
a bat.
There was a bat.
Two.
Two bats flying around the gym, and all of these boys that were sitting behind us on the bench were going, "Look at the bird! Look at there's a bird in the gym."
You can't be.
It was
You're-
not no
You
bird.
were so scared. You were like,
I wasn't scared at all.
yes, you were. You froze.
Avery, I did not.
You were frozen in shock. You were like,
You weren't even there.
yes, I was.
No, you weren't. You were over on the other side of the gym. You don't know what you're talking about.
My mom saw you, and you were like,
No, you didn't. You were too busy being on technology and not
I
watching the
actually didn't
basketball
even
game.
watch my technology. I was actually drawing.
What'd you draw?
I drew a hand,
You draw it a hand?
my hand,
Your hand.
on the piece of paper, and it had my bracelets on it.
Interesting.
I'll show you after the recording.
Okay, we'll check that out. But either way, yeah, that was a crazy moment in time with the bats flying all over, and then all of a sudden they were gone. They went back to wherever. Why do you think that they were out? Because usually bats come out was there. Do you think the horns were really messing with them in the heat?
I don't know.
Probably.
Either way,
He's probably like, oh, I hear food. Oh, that's people now. I'm scared. Let me out. Boom, 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 boom. Let me out. Boom, boom.
they don't have hands to go boom, 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 boom. Right?
But he was flying around the same pattern, like right in the hoop.
That's what they do.
No, he went in the hoop.
He didn't go in the hoop.
Yes, he
you weren't
did.
even Avery. Did he come even? He didn't even come within 20 feet of the hoop.
Yes, he did. He went in the hoop, out, and went like through this crack.
He did not go in the hoop.
You
Yes,
were
he
watching
did.
a totally different bat and a different game. You goofball. Yeah. So either way, that was a pretty wild moment in the basketball game. And yeah. Other than that, are you getting excited then? Not only you got a big week, and this is for anybody that doesn't know where the girls go to school, they're still in school because a lot of other states, like in the South and everything else, they're already out of school because it gets so hot and everything down there. They don't want to pay for the AC and then the busing and stuff like that. So they're actually out of school. You guys are wrapping it up. But not only do you have your Bulldog Day, your field days, but it's field trip season. And Isla has one coming up, so the next time they're on the show, she can tell us all about it. She's going to a zoo,
Chittenango Zoo.
the Wild Park, or something like that. That's gonna be a lot of fun. And Avery just went to Upper Canada Village. You want to tell everybody in your your description what it was, how it was, and give it a rating?
I thought that it was cool, but it was actually kind of pretty boring. It was cool and like fun at parts, but then in other parts, all you do is walk around and people talk to you.
Okay. Well, you're not really
And
painting
everywhere
the
you
picture.
go,
Paint the picture.
it
What is it about?
stinks.
What is Upper Canada Village? You got to tell the people what it is.
It's like an ancient place back in like the 1800s.
So you're saying the 1800s is an ancient place?
Yeah.
So describe this 1800s ancient place.
So you just walk on a trail and it brings you up to like all these like buildings and stuff, and you can go inside most of the buildings, and there's these people that are in there that are dressed up and like act like the people back then,
And
and
where was this place?
they tell you about it. Where was what place?
Upper Canada Village.
The thing that
In
we've been
Canada?
talking about.
What's that?
In Canada.
Canada. You went to a different country. Well, you gotta think, bud. There's a lot of people that have never been able to go to Canada, been near Canada, or can spell Canada. Can you guys spell Canada?
I can.
What is it? Go.
CANDAN.
You just spelled Kandunana. Avery, would you like to try to spell Kandunana?
Canada or
Sorry.
Canada?
Canada.
They die.
CANADA.
Yes, Canada. Canada. So remember that it wasn't. No. Did you know that Upper Canada Village was founded in 1961? It's one of the largest living history sites in Canada where they endeavor to depict the life of a rural English Canadian settling during the 1866 era. And it features over 40 historical buildings. How many did you think you went to?
20.
20? That's
exactly what I thought in my mind. I'm
whoa. Many of them moved there prior to flooding of the lost villages during the St. Lawrence Seaway Development Project that included homes, functioning mills, and trades workshop. Where's your favorite thing of it, bud?
My favorite part was the gift shop.
Yeah. Meg just wanted some bread. They didn't have the bread.
Yeah, I wanted bread too, but by the time me and McKenna and group got in there, it was all gone.
It was all gone. No bread. But awesome. Glad you had a good time.
No
I think
bread.
you were a little bit nervous about getting on the bus and getting over the bridge and all that stuff. Was it as bad as you thought?
Yep.
What did she get from the gift shop?
What did you get from the gift shop?
I got a jelly cat, and me and McKenna and Jada got rock candies.
Shocker. So you were.
It's a shocker that you got a jelly cat.
So why were you scared over the bridge, and why did you think it was just as bad as it was?
Because, well, at the border, it took so long. It was in the entire drive. It was 2.5 hours.
Oof, because of the bridge.
Yeah, we were stuck at the border going to Canada for exactly 56 minutes.
Ooh, did they come right onto the bus and talk to everybody and stuff
They
like
came
that?
on the bus. They talked to teachers. They asked how many people were on the bus. And I said, well, you gave us however many extra birth certificates. Because people that didn't come on the field trip, their birth certificates were still in there.
Mm-hmm.
So there was this big discussion over who's here and who's not, and they had to check the whole bus and do attendance for both classes.
Yep. Hey, they're doing their job. Interesting. Everybody listens like, what? You have to go do all that just to go to Canada? Yeah, every time you go up, you have to pay the toll. Did the bus have to pay the toll still?
Yeah.
You got to pay like $4 or whatever it is up to now. Then you go up, then you got to
It's
wait in
only
line.
$3.30 actually.
3:30? Okay. Well, no, at the time of the recording, it's way past 3:30. Dad joke. But yes, you then go in there. Then they have to check. So, if say it was just us in a car, they come up. Hey, who's in the car? Where are you going? How long are you going to be? Do you have anything? Are you bringing any food? Are you bringing it? They ask you some questions. They got to make sure they keep Canada safe. And on the way back, they do the same thing when you get back into America. Crazy, right?
The American side was took quicker than the Canadian side, in my opinion.
For sure, because you already went through it, and they're just like, "Okay, welcome back to your country, USA, 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 USA."
A boy in my class wore a hat, but the teachers made him take it off before we got to Canada. He wore a hat saying, "America is always better."
Yikes! Seems like you probably could have worn it on a different day.
Yeah.
All right, all right. I have a couple of questions that I am going to ask you, goofballs, because this could be fun.
Okay.
All right. So Isla's going to answer first. Avery's going to answer second. How does that work? How does that sound? Sound good?
Good.
All right. Isla, if you were in charge of the house, what's the first rule that you would make?
Uh,
Tough one, huh?
oh yeah. You can use your phone as late as you want, but you better get up good in the morning.
Oh, that's a pretty good one that I'm not going to give you, but good. All right, Avery, you got a rule? If you were in charge of the house, what's the first rule you'd make?
First rule I would make is
Oh, I thought mine was gonna be for like when you grow up and you have like kids and stuff.
It can be that, but yeah.
um you can oh
Oh,
you can vote on what you want for dinner and stuff, but you have to eat whatever everybody else decides on. It's an anonymous vote.
ooh. I feel like we should enforce that one. You'd be eating so much different stuff, Avery and Isla. Somewhat of
Yeah, and
picky
I'm
eater.
okay with that. I've been trying to eat new stuff.
I
I
like it.
haven't.
Yeah, you have. And you gotta, I mean, you're gonna be either all you eat is tacos, peanut butter toast, pancakes, Pop Tarts, and chicken nuggets and fries from McDonald's.
Not true.
Oh no, what else?
French toast.
When's the last time you had French toast?
Papa's.
Oh, fair enough. Okay. All right. Decent rules. I like it. Let's ask you this one. What's something that you think I'm bad at? Hmm.
Sounds like an airplane's going over.
It's an Amish buggy. People are like, Amish? Why do you have Amish? All right.
Where do we live?
Who's going to answer it first? Avery or Isla? What's something that you think I'm
Isla.
bad at?
I think
Hmm.
I don't know.
You don't know? Good. That means I'm not bad at anything, right? I'm definitely better than you at Mario Kart. I'm definitely
No,
better
you're
than
bad
you.
at Mario Kart.
What? You have never beat me in Mario
Yes,
Kart.
I have.
Actually,
Especially at
he's
tennis.
undefeated in Mario Kart in our house.
Yeah. Undefeated. It
We should
smells
play
like
tonight.
defeat.
We should play tonight.
Maybe. Our Switch is having some issues. It's currently on an orange screen, so we got to figure out how to fix
Is
that.
it really?
Yeah.
Can you see it right now?
Yeah, I'm looking at it. That's why I said that. Avery, what's one thing that you think that I'm bad at? Seeing how
Doing
I
my
love.
nails.
You've never asked me, so how do you know I'm bad at it?
Oh,
Actually, you have tried to do it once when I was little, and I remember it.
that
It was
probably
pretty good,
didn't
right?
turn out right.
It was pretty good. It's pretty good.
It was
before.
not good at all.
Yeah, but it was before, in my defense. All I had in the entire house to do your nails was a bottle of nail polish. So for the tools I had, was I bad?
Yes.
What other tools do we have now?
I don't know. You feel like you guys got files and this thing and that thing and all sorts of
do.
stuff to do nails.
You do.
The little things you put under, like to dry them or glow them or whatever that thing is.
Oh yeah.
UV light?
Yeah, you got all sorts of stuff. I had $1.20 bottle of nail polish, and you got to know, you guys have all done your nails for a while. Is it true like the more expensive nail polish works a lot better, or are they just as good as the inexpensive ones?
Just
No, actually, expensive nail polishes work a lot better. They stay on a lot longer than cheaper ones do.
There we go. So
I don't think that's true.
hey, maybe what we'll do is we'll do a nail challenge. You guys will mix them up. You'll be blindfolded, and Meg and Sissy will paint each of you nails, and one will be cheap, one will be expensive, and we have to guess which one's cheap and which one's expensive. How's that sound?
We should do that this week.
Maybe
Good.
we will. Okay. Well, maybe we'll do it next week when Avery's here. All right. Question number 3. If I turned into a frog, what would you do?
Um,
What does that
well,
look for,
first
Isla?
I would try to kiss you to make you come back to a human.
So if I turn into a frog, you're going to try to kiss me.
Yes, because I want you to turn back into a human.
Do you think I'm a prince?
I don't know.
You're the
You
king
never
of the
know.
castle.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Avery's going to kiss me if I turn into a frog. What are you going to do?
I'm gonna boot you out the window.
You're going to boot me out the window.
Joking. I'm gonna give you a worm,
Just going to give me a worm?
and you're gonna eat it.
You like frogs. You
And
probably...
you're gonna shove, and you're going to eat it all.
Okay. Just like you're going to eat what we have for dinner next. I'll remember that.
We'll see about that.
What are you doing over there, Avery? It's really loud. I'd appreciate it if you could please stop. Where are you?
Sorry, I was looking for nail polish. I'm trying to paint my toes.
Could you wait until the show is over? Are we that boring? You're painting your toes?
No.
I was gonna go look for the end of the rainbow and a pot of gold, but I was painting my toes.
And I didn't want to get them messed up.
All right, let's ask one more question. Why do you think I like coffee so much?
I know.
Okay, go ahead.
So you can be more energized to play with us.
It's probably a pretty good guess. Avery?
Probably because you have kids and you're tired every day, all day.
That's why I started drinking coffee, because of Avery.
Oh, snap.
Actually,
But that's
honestly,
not why you drink coffee?
that's what I did before. I needed that caffeine in it to kind of get me going throughout the day because I wasn't really sleeping, because it turns out you didn't sleep much. But now I just like the taste of it. I just really enjoy a good, nice cup of black coffee. No sugar, no cream. Just hit me with the good stuff. So what?
So if you were asking me that when I was little, I would have been right.
Correct. Because you're so not little anymore. All right, Isla, I got another one for you, and then Avery, you're going to go next. If you had $1,000, what would you buy first?
First, I would get myself the stuff to make myself a tree house.
Oh, what tree would you put it in?
Pine tree.
You'd put it in a pine tree? We don't even have a pine tree, do we?
No, because you didn't let me finish. I would buy us a brand new mansion.
With $1,000, we're going to get a brand new mansion, okay?
And then I'm going to get a $5 wood, and I'm going to make my own DIY treehouse.
Okay.
And I'm gonna live in the treehouse. Nobody else is allowed in there except Avery
Oh, okay.
and Sissy.
You think Sissy's gonna go in your DIY $5 treehouse?
It'll be really cool.
All right.
Not DIY $5. It's gonna be like $100 maybe.
Okay. You're gonna have okay. That's what she's doing with her $1,000. What about you, Avery? She's buying a mansion and building a treehouse in a pine tree.
And I would also give everybody that is nice to me and kind to me and the one that I love a card that would say, "Thank you for being so kind to me. Bye."
Okay. That's pretty cool. Avery.
I would buy, or not buy, but like build like an indoor sports thing. Like,
Oh, that's
Play.
smart.
For $1,000.
so I can do that basketball in it. I can practice like softball.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care so much about soccer.
I did just sign you up, ironically, for your first year of non-youth soccer, so might want to start
Mhm.
running soon. Okay, $1,000. We're gonna get a sports complex. The other one bought a mansion, treehouse, and cards. Those are all right. That's good.
Yay.
Interesting. All right. Now I want you guys to close your eyes. Isla first. I don't need you both accidentally falling asleep. You got your book bag, right?
Yes.
Or your backpack, okay?
Yes.
I want you to tell me everything that's you can think of that's in your backpack right now.
My folder.
That's it.
And probably some book fair books.
Book fair books. I thought you got them tomorrow.
What? It's closed.
Oh.
I got them the other day.
My bad. So you got some books in a folder.
Probably a sweatshirt.
Sweatshirt, okay. You don't really have to close your eyes. I was just trying to add to the effects and get you thinking a little bit more.
And probably some snacks for snack time.
Mm-hmm.
At my school.
What kind of snacks?
Probably like Cheetos.
Cheetos.
Something.
Cheetos. All right. Avery, what's in your book bag or your backpack? Do you guys call them book bags or backpacks?
Backpacks.
I call them book bags.
Call them backpacks.
What you got going on in yours?
So right now,
Yes,
I
right
have
now.
2 Touchland hand sanitizers, a pair of really tiny softball pants, my folder, 3 tests, a piece of paper that asked if I wanted to do Spanish or French.
Oh, what are you going with? Do you
And
know
then
yet?
yeah, I already signed up.
What'd you go with?
I'm doing Spanish.
Hey, I think that's a good decision. What do you think, Isla? You happy with the decision or no?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm not
Good.
doing anything else. I'm not doing gender course.
That's pretty good.
And that's all that's in my book bag right now. Wait, my lunch bill's
Oh.
in there right now with my lunch container and my ice pack that I haven't took out yet.
That's gonna be A, B, C, and disgusting, kid. Make sure you get that out.
I also got.
Why? There's nothing in there. I brought it today.
I
It's
also
cool.
got a plan.
Oh, you got a planner? Planner. Okay, that's good stuff. Good stuff. All right.
Our weekly planner because we write in it every day, so we can like look at it and be like, okay, we have this for homework. Because I like, let's say, I missed my homework the other day.
You missed your homework the other day?
No, this is just for example.
Oh.
I missed my homework the other day.
You
so I had
missed
to do
your
it at,
homework the other day?
I had to do it at recess.
She missed her homework the other day and had
I
to do it
did
during
it.
recess, Avery.
No, I didn't.
Oh. Yeah,
Oh my God, I will.
can't believe you did that.
And let's say we still have it in our backpack. It's in there so you can just like flip through the pages and be like, okay, page 19. Okay, click, 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 click. Oh, here's page 19. This is my homework.
Comes right after 18, right before 20.
Cool.
Right? Yeah?
Yeah.
You found it. Proud of you.
That's the one that I have to do tonight.
Oh, you still got homework to do tonight?
I don't know.
And you're talking about wanting to play Mario Kart and all that stuff?
I'm joking.
You're Joe King. Hello, Mr. King. I'm Matt.
I'm Isla King. Isla Queen.
You're Isla
Isla
something.
Queen.
All right,
My
let's
throat is
go
so sore.
ahead. I'm not sure what's going on with this, but we're going to go ahead. We're going to rate. Want to do a fridge?
Yes, that one.
Yeah.
This one right here?
The one up there.
This one right here?
Yes.
All right, Isla has picked a fridge. Let's go ahead and get this on the screen.
Ava, are we really burning you that much that you're brushing your hair right now?
I know.
No, sorry. When I'm at my vanity, I am doing my hair. I'm trying to stop myself.
Please don't stop the music. Please don't stop the. Please. No. All right, let's look
No.
at this fridge. What's the first thing that catches your eye, La?
The stuff on the bottom. There's so much.
There's a lot of.
It's just not even in bags. It just looks like they went bag, dump, throw the bag away.
What kind of bag do you think it was? Plastic or paper?
Plastic.
See, I think they look like paper bag type people. Because plastic, they're like, oh, it's bad for the environment. It ends up in a landfill. I think they're using paper bags. So that's the first thing for anybody that is just listening only. This is a fridge, and the crisper on the bottom has a ton of fruit and vegetables. I see a pear, some apples, some peppers, what appears to be some lettuce.
Zucchini.
I don't know what this thing is.
On the corner, that looks like bamboo, like up there.
That
At
looks
the
like.
end.
You think they put bamboo in their fridge?
It looks like bamboo.
You
It's
know-
asparagus.
Yeah. Does anybody know how to spell
Guys.
asparagus?
You didn't
Avery.
let me say what I saw first.
Well, we didn't realize it was all about you.
Yeah,
So,
it
Well, you
is.
let
Avery.
I will say what she saw first.
Avery,
Okay,
we
so
hadn't
we can't
got
go
there
at the
yet.
same time.
Avery, what did you see first?
That jar of nasty stuff that's in the corner.
This? What
Yeah.
is that?
Yeah.
Zoom in.
I don't know, but that's what caught my eye first.
I don't have the keyboard to zoom in.
You don't?
No, it's up there. All right. I don't know what it is. Hold on. I'm gonna have to slide over so we can do a little. All I want to do is a zoom, 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 and a boom, boom. No, we're not zooming in. All right. Anyways, yeah, it's pretty nasty. It's some interesting. It's interesting.
That looks like maybe some soup.
Soup or some kind of protein stuff. I don't know. A little healthy. First thing
It
that
kind of
caught.
does look like a protein stuff because it looks like they want.
You don't know what.
I don't know,
protein
but those
stuff is.
strawberries look really good.
They do look pretty fresh.
to-
The first thing that came into my mind, the first thing that I saw was this North Coast applesauce for some reason. And then it brought me over to the Nancy's yogurt. Because I was like, ooh, whole milk yogurt. And then there was this little cow decoration with organic more yogurt, a couple different kinds of yogurt. Pretty organized. There's a lot going on here. There's a lot of leftovers.
This is not organized.
You don't
This
think
is
this
pretty
is organized?
organized.
Look at they got fruit all in the
I'm
bottom.
impressed.
Drinks all in here. Yogurts, more yogurts, applesauce, fruit, veggie. A lot of pasta. This pasta dish right here looks good. And I'm gonna. All right, Isla, we're gonna. You know what? We're gonna start with Avery. Avery, what's your guess on the fridge? Like, who owns this fridge? Because we are fridge detectives. Isla, cue the fridge detective music theme song now.
We are the detectives, and we find out what the fridge is. The person that owns this kind of fridge. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This is a really weird song, and it's kind of a bomb.
There it is. Bum bum. All right, Avery. Now that we played the theme song, well, tell us who owns this fridge.
I think it's I think it's a couple with a teenage girl because you see in the drawer, there's two like energy looking drink things or like seltzers.
Yeah, they
And
look. Yep. It almost looks like
then
some cat
there's
food or something there too.
Yeah.
yeah, and I'm not to the pets yet. So and I think they are an animal lover, that's why they only have one kid. So I think they have 3 cats and 2 dogs.
Wow. Okay.
That's exactly
And
what it
I
does.
think they have a kid because there's 2 pasta dishes, so they must have, like, either a big family or a big appetite.
Okay.
And, they have lots of leftovers, so it seems like a family thing.
Mm-hmm. Those are good.
And they have some cantina stuff up in the corner.
Yeah, right up here. Was that like a
I
salsa?
think they have 2 kids, and one's, like, a younger kid.
Okay.
An older and a younger, because the applesauce, most little kids like applesauce, so maybe they have a little kid.
That's a good guess. All right, Isla.
I say because the more that you eat, the more that you like, the more that you have leftovers, the less the family you have, I think. So I think it might be maybe one middle child, like middle aged, not really a teen yet, maybe like Avery's age,
So they have one middle-aged child.
and they have a cat and a dog and a fish.
Cat, a dog, and a fish. Okay. Why, by looking at the fridge, do you think they have a cat, a dog, and a fish?
because there's so many like leftovers.
So they give it to the cat, the dog, and the fish?
No. No.
I actually got all this applesauce because my fish loves it. My middle-aged kid, not so much. Interesting.
So because there's, or they might have chickens.
This thing looks rotten, doesn't it? Whatever this is.
In the
I
corner?
think they may have chickens too.
And then
Actually, I don't
Oh,
think
no.
they have a fish. I think they have a chicken because those look like fresh eggs.
Okay.
And it looks like there's a lot of leftovers. So like I've said, but the like, because you would expect that there wouldn't be that much.
Gotcha. Okay.
That much left over in the dish.
Right. Okay. Those are good guesses. The one thing that I want to agree with you guys at the same point and with Avery, where I thought you were heading with the leftover pastas, you're like, oh, there's leftover pasta, so they probably have a kid. You know why? And I didn't want to say this at the beginning, but you know why I think that is true? Because most kids, what do they love? How do they like their noodles?
The spaghetti sauce.
Pasta.
Plain pasta, and that is a whole dish. Doesn't it appear to be just plain pasta?
I zoomed in. There's seasoning on it.
I don't.
Is there? This one over here on the right by the bamboo.
The
Interesting.
bamboo.
The
Oh, those
asparagus.
ones are plain. The other dish
Yes.
has seasoning on
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, yeah. Seasoned.
I don't. I put sauce on mine.
Right.
it. Well, you're different than all kids.
A lot of kids and a lot of younger kids and stuff like that, they just like some plain noodles.
Yeah,
After a
everybody in my
while,
house just likes plain noodles.
Avery grew up living on plain noodles, applesauce, chicken nuggets, mac and cheese, and
Tomato juice.
tomato juice, some
Ew.
tomatoes. Yeah, she loves just tomato juice and plain noodles.
Ew.
Yeah,
Have you
that's
tried
so good.
I don't like
Yeah,
tomato.
don't doubt on my combinations unless you try it.
She also did grow up eating just tomato sandwiches, so.
I also just grew up with just peanut butter.
Yeah, just peanut butter. A lot of leftovers, a lot of eggs. So whoever lives here is trying to get on the healthy train, because this appears to be some rice, maybe leftover white rice.
Yeah, it does look like that.
I don't know what this is
Or
or
it's
that is. That looks like guacamole,
or that's
broccoli.
like dip. It could be dip. It kind of looks like dip.
Could be. When I dip, you dip. We dip. Interesting. A lot of good stuff. Pretty organizational. I think we all agree. And I don't like that it appears that this is some milk on the side of there, and it looks like it's the. I'm not even gonna call it milk. I think it's the, what are they made of, like peanuts milk or something like that, instead of just normal milk. What is it?
Almond milk?
Almond milk. That's yuck.
Peanut milk?
Peanut milk.
Almond nuts,
Peanut butter milk.
peanuts. What? Peanut butter milk. That'd be good.
I've already tried that before. We
You
had
have.
a
You have.
leftover bottle, and I put milk in it and shook it up really good.
Shake
It
it
was
up, baby.
Off.
Not good stuff.
No.
All right. So I think we'll go ahead and we'll end our fridge detection.
Ending song. Do 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 do. The detectives found out who owns that kind of fridge. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah.
That was good. I like the outro. What'd you think of that, Avery?
Good.
Yeah, pretty good outro. All right. Anything else exciting? At the time that this episode does come out, it's Thursday, and a couple of days after that is Father's Day. So you guys better think of something, because you're cooking me breakfast,
Okay.
lunch.
And dinner.
I don't know about dinner. We might try to see if Papa wants to eat some dinner, and I'll cook. Because remember, I cooked for Nima for Mother's Day.
Hey.
Hi.
Hey,
I already have stuff planned out for you on Father's Day.
Okay.
I already did.
I hope it's a slam dunk.
Where do you see that?
There's a basketball hoop in your background. Right above the dream catcher. By your closet. Oh, and that's
It's a
slam
slam
dunk.
dunk.
Whoa, I just
And
predicted.
it was on my vanity, so I thought
When-
you could see it.
When did they have it pink? It was never
It
pink.
was a Mother's Day edition, and my mom got it for me because I have all the other ones. So
It's a
Yeah.
Mother's Day gift. Give it to your mom.
no, it's not a Mother's Day gift. It's a Mother's Day edition.
Not a
And
subtraction.
my mom doesn't like bubble.
An addition.
Your mom don't like bubble.
She doesn't.
All right. Well, I'm looking at the time. I think we have ourselves an episode. So I don't know if you guys have anything else. If not, why don't we, you guys just want to say our goodbyes and we'll get out of here?
Positivity train. Be always nice to people and have a good day.
I like it.
Yay. And never leave somebody out of the group. Because you want to like it if somebody did that to you.
Good advice. Avery, got anything else you want to say to anybody?
Peace out.
Bye.
Bye, that's it. You're creative. All right.
Bye.
Listen, Isla, Avery, I appreciate you guys taking some time. And anybody listening, if you're still here, we can't thank you enough. Leave a comment if you have any ideas the next time the girls are on, or any questions that you want us to read on air. And what I want you guys to do is I want you guys to ask your friends sometime, have them write down a couple of questions, and we'll read them live on the air the next time we do this. Does that sound good?
Okay.
All right.
I'll do that.
Yep.
Sounds good.
Okay.
All right. We're out of here.
Oh, I almost just said a name.
We'll see you next week, everybody. Hey, Avery, Isla, stay out of my fridge. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Knock, who's there? It's the podcast you adore. Stay out of my fridge. We're back, ready to explore. Gotta tell a tale, gonna make you laugh, gonna make you smile. So buckle up tight, it's gonna be a wild ride. We're diving deep into your fridge where secrets hide.